Hello everyone, I just wanted to jump in during our Manifesting Your Best Life workshop. After I did my vision board, I mentioned that I was going to do a workbook to help me work towards my goals. So the workbook turned out a little bit differently than what I expected, but I just thought I'd do a quick video to share and give you some ideas. If it can help one person, or that I'll be happy basically. So basically I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 words that are my focus for this year, and I've created my vision board around them. And what I've decided to do is to use one of those like Filofax kind of journals or diaries, whatever you want to call it. And what I've done is just using tabs, creating a section for each of those words. So basically I have ease, I have peace, magic, movement really, but there wasn't enough room, so that would be move, joy, and connections. So what I wanted to do is to track on a daily basis how I actually feel about those words. Do I feel at the end of each day that I have felt ease, for instance, or I have felt peace, I have felt joy? Do I feel that I've moved? And the criteria for that, I decided, was to start by brainstorming. So I'll just show you, for instance, for ease, brainstorming what that word means to me and what comes up for me, and how that might look like. So whatever came up, basically, what I did was to then get inspiration from how I felt and how I envisioned that word, and created goals and intentions. So let's just double check. Sorry about the shadow. I just want to make sure that everything is, you can see everything. So for instance, for goals and intentions, I have create a comfortable, tidy home environment. So that includes 5-minute tidying, decluttering. Evening dishes, 5 minutes, because I'm very bad for doing my dishes. Let me tell you, this week I haven't done any dishes at all, so I've got basically not done it. So I've got that to do a bit later. One goal I want as well is to repaint, refresh my living room. My flat roof needs redone, so I'm waiting for financing for that. And I want a new shower as well, because it's been broken since lockdown, so we've had to do without it. Budget and save, manifesting. So I've got my lottery, because well, why the heck not, some people win it, so why not me? So winning my mortgage with Halifax is my building society for my mortgage, and they enter you automatically into a draw, and you can win your mortgage basically. So well, if I don't put it out there, it's not gonna happen. So I've put it out there. Plan and review. So I use basically a diary, a 1-day page, where I put basically, events or anything I need to do, and journal, work out what feels difficult and how I can make it easier. So that's some ideas that I have for my goals and intentions. And I've got a section that I've called Never Zero, because let's be realistic, I work full-time, I'm a single parent, I've got 2.5 hours of transports every day when I go to work. That's not gonna happen every day, for sure. So but what I've done is Never Zero for each section. I'll show you anyway. A Never Zero section of something that I commit to do. So it can be a daily thing, it can be a weekly thing, it can be a monthly thing, you know, it's specific days. So for instance, place at my lottery on Thursdays, because you can, you know, I do it automatic, so that's an easy one to do. On Sundays, I prepare the following week using my planner. Dishes on day off, so Saturdays and Sundays I am doing the dishes. Declutter, tidy on days off, so I've got one little section of the house, even if it's just one drawer. Like today I had my coffee table, so you can see, you know, I've got a nice coffee table all tidy, and literally half an hour ago it was full of shit. So I've done that. So declutter, tidy on day off, and check my planner daily, which I tend to do. So what I've done, I used to do bullet journaling years and years and years ago. So I have those stamps with, you know, the little calendars. So what I've created is just a page. So for 6 months, second 6 months, on one page for each one. I've done that. And I highlight anything that I've done as my never zero, then basically is going to be highlighted in green. And anything that I do above that, so obviously it's not going to be all of that because it's just not realistic. But if I do, let's say, I don't know, for instance, use my planner daily, review weekly. So I do my weekly review. If I've done that and I've journaled, then I can have a little pink or purple one. Then I can highlight. I've got that really, really cool double-ended highlighter. I just love it. So that was another excuse basically to get more stationery. So I know some of you will get me there. So there you go. So the way I've done it, I've got, for my review, as I mentioned briefly, that I review each week. So I've got a list of weekly prompts. I don't necessarily answer the prompts, but I use them as inspiration of what I'm tracking and how I'm reviewing the week. So again, if I just show you for ease, and then I'll show you each, you know, each theme, basically each word, so you can have some ideas if, you know, some of you have some of the same words as me. Right, okay, so I've got that. I also got all those really cool Polly Pockets as well. So for each theme, I've just put like little drawings or photos, like, you know, because yeah, why the heck not, you know, it's nice, it's fun. So as I mentioned, first that I did was my brainstorming of the word, what it means to me. I have my goals and intentions. I have my never zero, the ones that I'm committing to do. I have my calendars. So as you can see, I've been highlighting for each day how I felt I was on that spectrum. Depending on what I've done. And sometimes, like for instance, peace, you know, there's not much you can do with peace. Well, there is obviously, but it's more of a feeling. Same as ease, it's more of a feeling. So sometimes it's a little bit subjective. And now the way that I've reviewed is just to put the week number and just some thoughts, like for instance, I don't mind reading that just to give you an example. So my first week that I did was 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I just started. I'll do week 4 because I think there's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll do week 4. That'd be easier. Right, okay. So I had all my greens. So I've done all my never zero. I didn't do any of those. Well, I didn't feel that I did any of those. And so I have. I managed to do the dishes in the week, a couple of days, but then was getting home later, missing buses, so lost my flow there. As I did 4 wash laundry this weekend, I slacked as well. Just a little note here, when I do my my laundry, I can't use the hot water, so I can't do dishes. So when I have loads of laundry, there's one day that I'm not doing the dishes. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit each evening to catch up, and bin the plastic containers I don't need to keep. I did declutter. Try to downsize and simplify to avoid clutter, at least that's the plan. Proud of myself for sorting out and tidying my books and decks. Still some mess, but I'll finish next weekend. Again, a little bit at a time to build up these habits. Feeling a lot more ease at work, more comfortable with what needs to be done, and get into a routine of what I need to do. For next week, my focus is on dishes to build a habit and weekend tidy declutter. So again, like just to give you a, a quick example, that's more of a like proper review rather than answering the prompts, but in a way I answered some of the prompts there. It's more of a guidance that I do. So that's basically the system that I've set up. I'll show you my other themes as well if you want to have a look. So that's my piece there, and that was my my brainstorming. That was very quick, that brainstorming. It's just like, like, oh, forwards, yeah. So then again, my goals and intentions. So that's my above and beyond what I would like to do. Create a peaceful home environment. So that's linked with ease, as you can see. Daily meditation and breath work. Calm music with candles and galaxy lights. Cat love. I've got 2 cats, so I get a lot of love and I give a lot of love. Calming teas, comforting healthy foods, bedtime routine to wind down and ground, reading, journal, meditation, cuddles, sleep music, no screen 1 hour before bed, no eating 3 hours before bed, depending on what I eat. 10 p.m. bedtime, journal daily to unload the shit. Nervous system reset, so soothing kit to create. I haven't done that yet. Avoid and withdraw from toxic situations and people, so creating boundaries I've put. And my Never Zero for my piece, a 5-minute silent meditation in evening, candles every evening, grounding, white light, shield and box breath in the morning, 3 deep breaths at lunchtime, journaling, 1 moon session per week, and cat cuddles daily. So again, as you can see, like, I'm better at peace than ease. I think it's because, like, there's more chores involved with ease, so it's a little bit more challenging. But yeah, again, and my review for the weeks that I've done, I'll be reviewing. Today's Sunday, so I'll be reviewing tonight. I review every Sunday. So that's my magic here, and my my brainstorming. So the way I've done it is threefold. Basically, it's myself. I mean, to me, creating magic, I have a magical practice which I don't necessarily do regularly. But then again, I'm thinking that there are some things that I do on a daily basis that I do with magical intention. So I could say that, yes, I do it daily. But to me, I don't do it to the depth that I would like to do it. So that's my magical practice, but also just having, a magical mindset as to everything around me. Have a sense of awe and wonder and just appreciation, and also belief in myself and how powerful I am. So it is very much linked to my practice, obviously, but at the same time it's a little bit of psychology, if that makes sense, but also appreciation for the world around us, and all these opportunities that we actually get and don't necessarily recognize as opportunities. So that's my bit on magic, basically. Right, so I've got my goals and intentions. I've got my Never Zero activities. I've got my little daily tracker, and again my my review that I've done. Now, movement. I move a lot during the week because I've got a 15, well, in theory, it's a 20-minute walk from the train station to work. But because I try to get my train and not miss it, it turns into a 15-minute power walk. So during the week, I'm not worried about movement because well, I do it because I've got no fucking choice. So basically, that's as simple as that. But to me, it's not mindful movement. And I think what I mean by that is mindful movement. And as I've put here, to sum it up, body love. So it also includes food as well, nourishment. So then again, I've got my goals and intention, yoga on all days off. So that's my nice, you know, my pink one is 20 minutes or more. At the moment, I've been really good. All the practices that I've done have been over 20 minutes. So as you can see, there's a lot of pink. Well, originally it was purple because that was before I had the highlighter. But yeah, I didn't highlight here. I know that for that one, because my Never Zero are 10-minute yoga session, fresh air on days off, it's more focused on days off, having mindful movement on days off. It's going to be mainly my Saturdays and my Sundays. This month, what makes it a bit more of an everyday thing is that I've started carb cycling. So I did that last year for about a month and a half, something like that. And for the first time in, I'd say, 50, between, yeah, about 15, 16 years, I actually lost weight. So it's working for me anyway. So what I've decided to do, I think I lost 12 pounds in a month and a half, and I really didn't feel it. I only felt it because my trousers were loose and I had to buy new ones. So I thought, well, you know what? It wasn't that difficult. It was a bit of a pain because I'm counting how many grams I'm taking. Well, obviously, roughly, you know, I don't do it measuring everything because, you know, there's more to life than measuring. So I'm counting my proteins and my carbs and just balancing. So I've got low carbs day and high carbs day and moderate carbs day. So that's basically how it works. And because I'm doing that this month, then on the days that I'm doing it and achieving more or less what I'm supposed to be at, then I'm highlighting in my goals and intentions. Basically, but I'm doing those things as well. So that's a bit, when I did this at first, I was hesitant because I would have liked to track what I was actually doing, but I realized that if I were doing that, I would need so many pages to just for tracking things. I didn't want to do that because obviously I don't want to have to, with the reviewing, this I hope is gonna last me all year, so I don't really want to have to add pages and get it all bulky and have to remove pages because it doesn't fit. So yeah, just like, you know, it sounds like chaos, so I didn't want to do that. So I kept it as simple as I could, basically, you know, working towards ease, you know, making things easy. So that's the way I've done it for that. So then again, as I mentioned, you know, like good food, fruits, veg, smoothies, proteins. Dance to the music. I haven't done that really. I did sing, but that freaked my cats out. So I kind of, well, I still do it. So never mind. That's also skincare as well. At the moment with winter, it's just so cold. My skin really, really suffers. I literally had to buy 3 different pots of moisturizer to find one that was actually moisturizing my skin. So that was rich enough. It was really bad. My normal one just wouldn't work. So taking care of my skin, makeup on work days to make me feel good and confident. So that's, you know, can link to magic, glamour magic, that which I do doesn't look like it, but you know, it makes me feel like I do it. So that's you know, that's the main thing. And also look after myself. So that's, again, you know, when I chose those words and just going through the goals and intentions I wanted to each one, I've realized that they're all linked in some way. So again, like, you know, this is linked to magic, look after myself, well-being, so that's linked to peace and ease. It's linked to joy, which is my next theme as well. So I quite like the way it actually works out, because it makes sense to me, and it doesn't make it complicated, because if I do one thing, that can actually cover several of my themes, which makes me happy, because, you know, multitasking is good sometimes. So that's my joy here, with, again, my keywords and brainstorming. Again, my tracking and goals and intention, my never zero plans. This one I actually added. I have an altar to Lu, which is the Celtic sun, god of the sun, and that's my way of working with solar energy. Now I should be really working with the sun energy, especially when, you know, there's not much of it, and most of the day, on weekdays, I actually don't see sunlight, because I leave the house when it's dark and I get home when it's dark. So that, you know, I should really be doing it, and that's why I added it, but I just keep forgetting, because his altar is on the shelf in the corner, so I need to be a bit more mindful with that. So I've got the greens, but I haven't done that bit, that's why it's in brackets. So again, I've got my review here, which I do on Sundays. And my last one is connection. So again, I've done this in threefold as well. Connection with my peeps, other people, you guys, which I love. And also with my ancestors. So again, linked with magic, because I have an ancestor altar. So divinity as well. So I've got this, like, you know, the goddess, feminine energy. So yes, connection to divinity, ancestors, and so the spiritual level, basically. Others, so like more of a social level, but also to myself as well. So how to love yourself here. So again, linked, you know, with magic. If I do skincare with, you know, ease and peace and all that, that's all self-care. It's all working together. Journaling, obviously, like, is an obvious connection. So here I've got again my keywords and my brainstorming and my goals and intention. I just leave it a little bit longer if you want to have a read, basically. So yeah, as I mentioned, nurture existing connection that nourish me. Deities and ancestors connection, so spiritual. Zoom calls with catch up. I want at some point to do group show and tells. That's yet to happen. I need to sort out a few things first to get ready. Listening as well. I think my experience at work last year, the last 6 months of the year, have been just so traumatic, shall we say, that it's just I don't know, it's closed me down completely, and I found it hard to actually listen to other people were telling me. So I'm starting to open it to that, and I mean, I have to say, you guys have been so awesome, just, you know, supporting me, and it's made it a lot easier for me to open up again and start, you know, being more paying more attention and listening, and being more present. So another thing I have is giving and receiving, so having that exchange, and start practicing tarot reading for others. I'm not ready yet, but I will be. I'll put a post to say, for volunteers at some point. Self-care and self-love practices as well. So again, like the connection to myself, ancestors candles for my Zen Zero. I've got ancestors candle daily, which I do every time I watch TV. My ancestor altar is actually by my TV. Watching TV was something very central to my family, or my loved ones who have gone. Well, that's most of them basically. Every time I watch TV, I always light the candle, and it's like they're with me watching TV together. And it's funny because some stuff, for instance, when I watch Big Bang Theory, I'm always thinking of my dad because he used to love Friends, and to me Big Bang Theory is just so similar to Friends. And I always keep thinking he would love that show. He would just love that show. And my mom, I know, would be like, oh, that is so silly. That is so silly. But she'd laugh anyway. So yeah, that's a way to connect with them as well. I chat daily, so going to the Yoa chat daily and checking my notifications and responding or participating, but being active in some way to keep the connections alive, because connecting has always been something I've struggled for a really long time. For the last 5 years, well, since I started Year of Awakening with Ashley and you guys, I've gone a lot better. And the secret really that I found is that you're always good at connecting, but you will always be bad at connecting with people you don't need to connect with. When you find your tribe, it's so easy to connect, even if you think that you're crap at it. So that's the big lesson that I learned from this community. So thank you. So that's one thing I want to be engaged in some way, even if I don't have much time, and even if it's just going through my notification and liking your comments and your posts. Message, email, friends, family weekly, which I do now, so I'm really happy about that. And monthly date out with myself. Now I haven't started yet, but I've had some hiccups, yeah, no, I've got a couple plans, so that's good. I've got I think I'm gonna go to the museum this month. I've got quite a busy March, so and one in April. So for now, I'm all good. I'm happy. So that's my Never Zero basically. Obviously, as I mentioned, because I'm doing the tracking quite general, monthly date out with myself, because it's just once a month. I won't know which day it is basically, but it doesn't matter. It's just for me to have a quick visual of how I'm doing with those words I want to connect with this and embody this year. So again, like that's and that's basically all it is. So I hope that that gives you some ideas, or you enjoyed it, or if you get any questions, just let me know. And but there might be things that you want to ask, or just don't hesitate. I'll be happy to answer back. Thank you, much love.